Hi guys, in this video we'll be making a donut in London. Let's get started. So first thing, delete everything in your scene, then go into side view, numpad 3, and then just make a torus. Now don't do anything with the torus, don't scale it, don't move it, don't do anything. Just click this add torus at the edge of your screen, and now turn the major segments to whatever your computer can hold. I'm just gonna do it to max segments to make it the smoothest and good enough. So now we are going to, this doesn't look like a donut right now because the hole is bigger than the radius, or like the thickness. So we're gonna turn this thing up, or I mean the other one. So we're gonna do that, maybe. We're gonna turn this thing up. Should I just do it until you think it's a good amount? And I'll just put this to half of that. So maybe that's good, I guess. So yeah, what you're gonna do is you're just going to make that. So once you got your donut shaped, now we can start doing everything else. So yeah, you might be thinking that this is not the end of the donut, but this is the end of the donut, kind of. We just did the bread. We're gonna do the cream and all that stuff later. So now just move this up onto the axes. Get it right there. Let's make a plane. So this is basically just our render setup. And what I'm thinking to do is we can go into here and we can scale this down. So maybe we can do something like scale that down. Looks kind of weird. Control Z. Something weird happened just now. Right there. So now we need a plate to, do that stuff. So first of all, let's move this down, maybe onto that. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna make another plate. We're not gonna make a plane, sorry. We're gonna make a circle. And press tab into edit mode. And then just scale that down. And what you're gonna do now is press F and press E. So just make the bottom of the plate. So I think that would be a good idea for the bottom of the plate. Let's scale this a bit up. And what I just did right now is S-Shift-Z. So that scales it up on everything except the Z axis. So, yeah. Pretty cool. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go into face select and we will select that. We will press E, don't move it or do anything like that, just press E and then press escape. Now we're going to press S and scale it up a little and then move it up a little. And then just do the same process each time until you get a pretty good looking plate. So let's go ahead and go into edge select. Scale this one up a little. Okay, so now that we got this, there's a problem. And it's kind of a weird problem because it's not exactly a problem, but yeah. So the problem is that this thing is not overlapping our donut. So let's just do E one more time and make it overlap. I know that we're not supposed to, but we're gonna do that because we need to make the plate kind of like curvy like this, instead of just like flat on the surface. So that's why I did that. Oh, whoops. No. And now what we're gonna do is we are going to here, and so how are you gonna make it curvy like that? So just press I and GZ move it down. Then press I again and then GZ move it down. I again, and this time do it as small as possible. And there you go, that's our curvy plate. And as you might want to do right now, just shade that smooth. Also shade this one smooth. And this plate looks kind of weird when it's shaded smooth, so go into your object data properties and auto smooth, get this into 60. So now, well, looks kind of good. You can argue with that, but whatever. So S, and then scale that up. Looks pretty good. S, Z, scale that a bit down. Okay, so now let's go into side view. Make sure that our donut is kind of overlapping so that we know that it's in the plate. So, why would donuts be the size of plates? Right, so let's just scale that down. But before we do that, we need to select the plate, and you have to select this last insect. I mean, not insect, insect. And then you have to press Shift S, and then do cursor to selected. Did I already do that? 1 second. Oh my god, I can't see under this donut. Okay, 1 second. I'm gonna hide that donut. Oh, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Perfect. Okay. So maybe I accidentally deleted that, but whatever. Go Shift S and then cursor to selected. So now you can tab out, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna press period and set your pivot point to 3D cursor. And so S, scale it down to a pretty good size. That makes sense. I think that size makes some sense, but I think we also need to squish it down. So now that we have made all of this stuff, what we're gonna do now is we're going to make our render setup. So we did all the modeling except for the cream on this, but let's get all of the, like, everything else in. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into render view, and it'll be looking pretty bad. So just go into your render properties and then go into cycles. And if you have a GPU, then use GPU compute. And now it still looks weird, right? That's because we have no colors and we have no lighting. So first let's go do something that's gonna make your thing absolutely black. So go into your world properties and set the strength to 0. Looking pretty nice, right? I know. So what you're gonna do now is make a plane, and then GZ, move that up a lot, kind of, and go into your shading properties, or like the material properties, and then emission. So now you have a plane that emits light. So go ahead and set your pivot point back to median point. So let's scale this down, move it down. So now it's coming together. Don't you think? I don't know about you, but it is for me. So select the donut and make a bread like color. So I think that would be pretty good for bread color. And now what you're gonna do is you're gonna make the plate whatever color you want. So I'm gonna make it black and metallic. So maybe 0.8 metallicness, and that's gonna be good enough. That's good, maybe. So now we have this cool effect right here, but you can't really see it because both of them are the same color. So if you wanted to, you can make it a little lighter. Yeah, that would be best. Don't worry about this. But yeah, let's just start moving on. And what we're gonna do is we are going to. So we're basically just going to make the camera view right now. So let's make this camera view like. Oh, making it go down. Hey, so like that. I think that's gonna be pretty good for our stuff. So, Shift A, create a camera, and go into View, right on your, like right next to Object Mode. Just go into View, and then go into Align View, and go into Align Active Camera, Align Active Camera to View. Then you can set the donut in the center, and you can change the focal length, so maybe that much. And now maybe 60 would be good. So now what we're gonna do is we're kind of gonna like set it into the middle, like that. And then this should be a little down from this because that's how it just works, I guess. And then SY, gonna do that. Then okay, so I think that's pretty good. And now we're gonna make the cream. Except let's make the ground a bit pink because yeah. I wonder why it's not working like pink. But I think I know, actually. Set it here, go into here, and our lighting is very low. So set that to 10. Now it's gonna be very bright, extremely bright. So just move the plane up. Simple, isn't it? So just set it up until you think it's a good amount of lighting. I think that's good. Except that's way too far, kind of. But yeah, let's just get back to our cream. So I think this is actually the easiest way to make cream, but this is it. So going into your solid view, if you want your computer to kind of not lag out. But yeah, press C to do circle select and make sure that nothing is selected. So C, and go into the right view. So C, and just make it big and just start covering some stuff. So this would obviously be there if it's cream, or else that would be kind of weird. So now select that stuff. Now just that and then that. And stop doing it. And then switch your view. And let's make some parts like kind of big. And then we should select that part. And we should do that. So just make a random thing. And just do that. Okay, so just after you do that, just make sure that the middle is covered. Oh no, why did I do that? Okay, so now that we have this, what we're gonna do is we're gonna press Alt-E, then go into extruded faces along normals. Then just drag your cursor and you can see that they're extruding in and out. So just make a cream thickness. So maybe that would be good for me. Then you can see that you have your cream, except it looks kind of weird. Because, especially in rendered view you have a weird color of it. You can't really see it right now, but make sure you don't deselect everything. So make sure that you don't deselect anything right now because you need this cream selected, or else you're gonna have a hard time. So just press Control plus, and now you're going to, so now that you press that, you have selected the thickness part of your stuff, like this part. So now you're going to go into your material properties, click a plus, and make this pink also. So let's just pick that thing, and remember, whenever you're using the eyedrop, for some reason it actually makes the color darker than you actually think it's gonna be. So just tab out of edit mode. That looks kind of weird because I forgot to assign it. There it is. So it looks like purple, right? Doesn't look like that. So we are going to go into here and we're going to go into hex, copy down the hex and go into the donut, and then go into hex and paste the hex right there. So that's how you're gonna make your cream. And I don't think that you should make it the exact same color as the floor. So I think what we should do is make it a little bit darker. So maybe like, or actually lighter. Let's make it lighter. So just set your color, I think that would be good. And just reset your camera position if you wanted to. So yeah, there you go. That's how you make the cream, the bread, the plate, and the floor. So I hope you like this video. And also, if you wanted to, you can add on and like make a table and make an animation of maybe like someone putting this plate on the putting the plate on the table, and just do some further stuff with this. But yeah, that is the way I made the donut that you can see right now. So I hope you like this video, and don't forget to subscribe.